for you. Are you ready? So who loves you from the top of your head all the way to the tips of your toes? Jesus does. Now who loves you from the tip of your left finger, your longest left finger, all the way to the tip of your right finger? Jesus does. Give yourself a big, big, big hug. Now last question. Who loves you and knows every single hair that's on your head? I have a lot of hairs. Do you know who that is? Jesus does. And he will always love you. No matter what happens, he'll always be there for you. Now, before I get into our video, let's see who remembers those hand motions. And if you don't remember, that's okay. Let's see if one of our friends remembers.
These are written so that you may believe Jesus is the Christ, Son of God. John 20:31.
Just follow me through. Hoo, hoo.
Follow me through. Follow me through. Always got a Bible story for me and you.
Oh, hi friends. I'm Justin the mailman. Look at all of this mail that I have today. All of these people are showing love to each other with their cards. We've been learning that Jesus loves everyone. But do you think that really means everyone? Like no matter what? Well, I have a true story all about how Jesus loves everyone. Let me just put the story mail in the mailbox. When Jesus was teaching people how to love each other, he had a good friend named Peter. Jesus and Peter spent a lot of time together. Jesus taught Peter about God. Jesus let Peter help do important jobs. They were great friends. Then, one night, some angry soldiers came and took Jesus away. They hurt Jesus and said mean things to him. It scared Jesus' friends, so they ran away. But Peter followed Jesus and the angry soldiers. While Peter was waiting to see what would happen, a girl asked him if he was Jesus' friend. Peter was scared, so he said no. Peter said he was not Jesus' friend. A little while later, another person asked Peter if he was Jesus' friend. And guess what Peter said this time? He said no. That's 2 times Peter said he was not Jesus' friend. Then another person asked Peter if he was Jesus' friend. And guess what he said this time? He said no. That's 3 times Peter said he was not Jesus' friend. But then Peter saw that Jesus was looking at him. Peter knew saying he was not Jesus' friend was wrong. He felt so bad that he went away and started crying. But wait, that is not the end of the story. Later, after Jesus died and came back, he talked with Peter. Jesus still loved Peter no matter what, even though Peter said he was not Jesus' friend. Do you see someone who loves us no matter what? Look with me. Binoculars up. I spy with my little eye Jesus. Jesus loved Peter, and Jesus loves you no matter what. Knowing that Jesus still loved him and that they were still good friends made Peter so happy. From that day on, Peter told everyone that Jesus is God's son. He told them Jesus is alive and wants to be their friend forever. So many people believed in Jesus because of Peter. And guess what? You can believe in Jesus too. Oh, hey there, Ollie. Tell me, who can believe in Jesus?
I can believe in Jesus. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who can believe in Jesus?
I can believe in Jesus. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. I'll see you next time.
Hey friends, I hope that you were using your listening ears. Now, in our story, there was a man. Do you remember his name? His name was Peter. Now, Peter was a friend of Jesus, But some bad people, they took Jesus away. And then when they asked Peter, are you friends with Jesus? Do you know what he said? He said, no, I'm not friends with Jesus. And then it happened again. Someone else came up to him and asked him, are you friends with Jesus? And Peter said, no, I'm not friends with Jesus. This didn't just happen once, not twice, but 3 times. And the 3rd time when somebody asked him and asked Peter, are you friends with Jesus? What do you think he said? He said no, again. And then he remembered a conversation that he had with Jesus. He said, when he was talking to Jesus, Jesus said, you know what? I know that you're my friend and I know that you love me so very much, but there's gonna come a time where somebody's gonna ask you if you believe in me and you're gonna say no. Do you think Peter believed what Jesus said? No, Peter said, I would never do that to you. Well, what happened? Peter did do that. And when he did that the 3rd time, do you know what reminded him of that conversation with Jesus? He heard a crow. And that crow, or that rooster, made a crowing sound. And that's how he remembered. And then when Jesus came back to life, he went and talked to Peter. Do you think Jesus was mad at him? No. As scary as it was, Jesus still loved Peter no matter what. And that is amazing. And that's our recap. So for our craft, what we're going to need is we are going to need a brown paper bag, or if you have a white paper bag, that is a-okay. And if you don't have any paper bags at all, that's fine. You can easily use a long white sock. So we have this, and we need a marker, a black marker, and we need some red pieces of paper and some orange pieces of paper. Now, if we don't have these 2 colors, we can always get some red and orange markers instead. And then we'll also need some glue and a pair of scissors. Now, friends, I hope you get all the materials that you need, and I will see you soon.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I hope you guys have all the materials that you need. Now remember the rooster that I mentioned earlier? Well, we are going to make our own puppet rooster. So I'm going to start off with the eyes. So I'm going to make 2 round eyes. A circle right here. And then another circle right here. So I have, the eyes look a little silly, but that's okay. So I have my 2 eyes right here. And now I'm going to make a beak. So I'm going to get my orange paper, or if you're using a marker, that's fine too, as long as it's orange. And I'm gonna make myself a beak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a triangle shape. And it's going to look like this. Check out this beak right here. I have my glue stick, and I'm going to glue right here in the middle, right between where the eyes are, but on the bottom part. Boom. There is his beak. And then the last part, the part that helps you tell a difference between a rooster and a chicken, is that they have this red waddly thing on the bottom, and that's what we're gonna make. So I'm going to get my scrap piece of red paper, or if you have a red marker, that is fine too. And I'm going to just add some squigglies. Nice and long. It's gonna look kind of like this. And then I'm going to add it underneath the beak. So I'm lifting this flap right here, and I'm putting some glue right here. And there is our little water. And because it's a puppet, I'm gonna stick my hand in here. And do you remember what sound a rooster makes? They go, and I want you guys to try that too. And if you want to add some feathers to the back and add some more designs on it, you totally can. And if you've never heard a rooster crow, well, I have a treat for you. I'm gonna play a rooster for you so you can hear it too. You put this down, and I hope you guys hear that sound and remember our story today. All right, friends, love you. Bye.
The silky will actually take to petting.
He's the best friend ever. Oh yeah, I spy Jesus. He's the best friend ever. Look, look, what can you see when you look in the Bible and believe? Look, look, what can you see when you look in the Bible and believe? I spy Jesus. He says to love one another. Ooh, I spy Jesus. He says to love one another. Look, look, what can you see when you look in the Bible and believe? Look, look, what can you see when you look in the Bible and believe? Come on. Hey, hey. Yeah. I spy Jesus. He is real and he loves me. Ooh, I spy Jesus. He is real and he loves me.